Hey guys, Marsingan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we obviously have the release of the new Goku's Story Red Zone stages. So we're going to go ahead and just jump in and start getting these done here. There are not missions to use a specific team for the first two stages, so I'm going to go ahead and try out my first attempt at the Saiyan Saga one using the Heroes team. Obviously, now that we've had the proper release of the event, we have the stats and everything for these bosses on the Dokkan info site. Stage 1 obviously is not going to compare to something like Goku and Frieza in terms of how hard some of these bosses are hitting. They do still hit relatively hard, so it's not like it's going to be super easy with this team, right? I always kind of struggle when it comes to making these videos for when these new events come out. Like, I don't expect the first couple of stages to be super hard. So if we just rock up to this stage with like the Broly team or the Buu Saga team, or we're just going to absolutely destroy the stage. So as you guys know, I'm going to get all of the stages done with the Heroes team anyway. That's always going to be one of my goals. So I figure since we don't have to use a certain team for the first two phases, we might as well just start off with the Heroes team. So we're going to see how we get on. This is the team that I used for... Yeah, see, Goku not being on turn 1 is always really awkward. Like, if I was doing Goku versus Frieza attempts, I would reset. But I'm not sure if it matters as much for these stages. But yeah, I've changed out... who did I take off? I've changed out somebody for... Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Just because he doesn't fit the best on the team, but he was good for the run with Goku and Frieza. Because of the active skill allows him to tank in that final phase. But unfortunately, now that the days where physical Vegeta is runnable, the Super Saiyan 4, for his being his link partner and support, he's just not as good. Like, he's still usable. He's still one of the units, I think, that can make the team for certain events. And obviously with this one not being as hard as like Goku and Frieza, you could easily use him on the team. But I brought Pan instead because my understanding is, from having seen the effects of the boss, like we talked about them in the previous video, there is no dodge cancelling phase in this run. So having Pan for the extra support obviously is going to help quite a lot. So it seems like Raditz does an AoE. We didn't take a huge amount of damage. Was it Trunks got a dodge? I'm looking at his stats. So his super attack does 560,000. But it is an AoE, so in theory, that means it does actually do like 1.5 million in total. But then obviously you have to remember, if your characters are having like 300 or 400k defense start of turn before he even does his AoE, they're only going to be taking like 100 to 200k. But, if everyone on the rotation takes like 200k, that's a lot of health that you're losing. Obviously with AoE bosses, it's always a pain, depending how early in the turn they're going to super attack. But yeah, we should be all good here. Get the intro. I didn't realize the animations were still even on, but get the intro here for Universe Tree Goku. And then we can start getting him some build up. Obviously, we've got Pan on rotation for the support, although they share Fierce Battle and that's it. Whereas they share Godly Power and that's it. But we do want... well, I suppose to be fair at this point, there's no way Mechikabra is going to get any stacks. I just realized how low Raditz's health is, so Goku's going to finish him off here. Ideally, we don't get super attacked in slot 1, which of course we are going to, because Mechikabra is not really a tanking before he attacks character, and then obviously Pan needs to dodge. We've got some Rainbow Orbs to Mechikabra, so he does have some damage reduction. Still takes 100k, and then yeah, Pan gets to dodge. Fortunately, it's not like Fusion Zamasu, right, where his AoE is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Otherwise, it could be a bit tricky for sure, but get him taken out here. I'm pretty sure none of the other bosses have the AoE. And then we go on to the next phase. Now, the next phase has everybody's favourite mechanic, which is rotation locking. So, oh, nice. There you go. That's what we like to see. Lock the unit that I want in slot 1 in slot 1. That's more like it. Okay. So, we'll do this. So, Nappa obviously doesn't have a... No, actually, he does have an... I was going to say he doesn't have an AoE. He has an AoE as well. Okay. So this stage is AoE Central, apparently. That's unfortunate. So he has an AoE as well. He does 650k. So a bit of a yikes if we're actually taking hits. Hopefully he doesn't super attack straight away as well. Fortunately, his normals are not doing a lot of damage, so it's not like, you know, Goku Frieza where we get to 17 and Tech 17 or 17 and Frieza, and like STR Goku's still taking some damage in slot 1 if he's not fully built up. So we don't have to worry too much about normals. Obviously, Goku now post Super will tank the Super for double digits. Aos can always dodge, but ideally we really need Fu to be able to attack first, so that he gets his extra defense. But of course, we don't get that to happen. So Goku takes double digits. Fu 226k. So Ao's coming in clutch with the dodge. Otherwise, she would take a lot of damage here as well. Man, they really went. They really saw the shadows of the Zamasu AOE meta and was like, people love AOE bosses in like phase 1. Let's give them an AOE boss in phase 2 as well. Amazing. So Fu gets his attacks off here. Obviously, everyone's going to take double digits now. Ideally, Aos gets hit by a normal here because she should take double digits, and then it means she heals at the end of the turn if she actually takes a hit. But obviously, once she starts dodging, never mind. I was going to say, once she starts dodging, her dodge chance increases with each dodge. So as she dodges more and more, it's less likely she's actually going to get hit. So Trunks gets locked in slot 1, which is not great. But then, to be fair, with Nappa's lower attack power, like if he just normal attacks in slot 1, Trunks actually won't take any damage. But obviously, it just depends what he's actually going to do here. I don't want to use all the rainbow orbs of Goku, but there's a lot of rainbow orbs on the field thanks to Mechikabra and Trunks both being on the turn. So let's just do that. Give us a full heal. Okay, didn't super slot 1. So we know Trunks and Goku will be able to tank. Mechikabra got 4 rainbow orbs, so he should actually tank the super relatively well. Although, of course, Trunks will just come in clutch here and kill him. All right, so now, can we look at these details? Okay, we got no more AoEs, finally. Okay, good. So now we got STR Gallic Gun Vegeta. He's immune to all the status effects, but I believe that is his only special mechanic. Looks like it. He has a Ki Blast Super, does 1.4 million damage. His normals do 500k. He lowers attack and seals on his super attack. So obviously we don't want... Well, the orbs are awful in this first slot. Oh, man, that's actually really awkward now because I'm not sure the best way to do this. It's probably going to have to just be that, even though it's not really ideal for Fu. If he sleeps in slot 1, it's definitely not ideal for Fu to be taking hits like straight away. But all right, we'll do that. Of course he did. Bruh. Oof. Yeah, Super does 1.4 million. Obviously, Fu has type advantage. Didn't have the craziest start of turn defense, so it's pretty lucky. I'm not sure if Pan... What's his attack 500k? I mean, Pan's post-super defense is alright. So, if she doesn't dodge, I don't think she dies to a normal. I should have checked what her start of turn defense was. But she gets defense on super anyway. Obviously, she does have the 70% chance to dodge. But yeah, that's some big damage from the slot 1. Because obviously with Goku, you have to pick up a minimum of like 3 orbs just for him to have a chance to guard. And then 5 orbs gives him the guaranteed guard. But in that situation in slot 1, we could pick up like 1 or 2 orbs. So, bit awkward. Pound with the dodge. There we go, good stuff. Okay, so... Okay, we can actually get some orbs here. Now, I probably don't want to use his active skill here, because the final phase has the damage reduction thing, where if you don't do enough damage, you do no damage. Well, if we got in slot 1, only 300k, that's a lot less than I would like. It does have guard. I don't know, do we live a super in slot 1 here? We might not. Let's do that. Okay, so is Vegeta going to be one of these fights where he always supers in slot 1? Okay, 217. We should have Mechikabra on the next turn, so hopefully we can get a good, like, big rainbow orb heal. But He doesn't raise attack on his super, does he? No. So his normals don't do crazy damage. His normals do 500k. So obviously Trunks in some of these tougher events is in a situation where if he doesn't get any additional supers, if he just does the super and then additional normals, he actually takes damage from normals. But I think against this Vegeta, that would not be the case. Annoyingly, we're not going to get an extra super here, so Aos won't be able to finish him off. I mean, as long as Aos tanks for double-digit damage, her actually taking a hit at the end here would be decent. Her passive is fully built up, so she's got higher defense. That's why she's doing a 7 million attack instead of very often doing like 2 mil. So yeah, she takes double digits. That means we get a heal. Oh man, so we're not going to get any rainbow orbs. So we've got to rely on what's going to drop down now. So we'll do that. So there's no rainbow orbs, so we've got to do this. And none spawned in either. That's crazy. Oh, there's one at the top there. Okay, so we can get a little bit of extra health from that. Is Vegeta going to super? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to assume from the limited, our field of, our data field here is 3 turns, but he's super attacked in slot 1 3 turns in a row. So I think it's fairly safe to assume that he's going to super in slot 1 every single turn, which is a little bit awkward, but it is what it is, I guess. Goes up to 10.9. I wonder what the damage, because it doesn't say on the wiki, but I wonder what the damage like cap thing is for the last phase. Because obviously the way it's just worded is reduce damage below a certain amount to 0. But like, what is the certain amount, right? Like, we don't know. But we are on the final turn, so that's when it's time to start. Oh, really? Bro, these orbs. We got Goku's an orb changer and Trunks is a rainbow orb changer, and this is what we get. Are you serious? So there's active skill with Goku. We've got the God links with Trunks. We've got support from Pan. Obviously this then gives us guaranteed crits for the turn. Like, do I have to put Pan in slot 1 and just hope that she dodges? Because like, I can't get the orbs for Goku to be able to guard. I mean, we can get these, which means he would have a chance to guard. But if he doesn't, then he's going to be taking a lot of damage. So, especially because slot 1 he's going to get attacked. I mean, he's got 678k. Vegeta's normals do 600, but he's got type advantage. So if we don't guard, he's going to be taking like 300k from the normals here. Pan's got what? 252. Ugh. Ideally, I need her to super, which means we pick up those. All right, well, that gives us the 5 we need to at least guarantee we're guarding. Oh, this is skin of our teeth territory here. Okay, so Pan gets the dodge. So now her defense increases quite significantly. He got... Oh, I forgot, because I read these details out when we first got the data download. He can be stunned. Lol. Well, that's it. That's well, there you go. Now that I've just remembered, if you've got this far through the video and you haven't started your run yet, bring a unit that can stun, and it will make the last part significantly easier. Because yeah, Vegeta can't be sealed, he can't be attack or defense lowered, but he can be stunned. The damage reduction, I don't know what it is, but like even Trunks doing additional normals that only do like 300k are still doing damage to him. So the damage cap is obviously not very high. And he can be stunned. He gets 20% attack and 20% defense with each turn passed up to 100. But yeah, and I mean his super does 1.8 million. But if you can be stunned, then you know, you could just absolutely get bullied by a bunch of these characters. Can Aos can't stun, can she? I can't remember. No, she seals, which we can't do. I think can Fu stun? Yeah, he can. So if we're doing like this, then we have a unit on both rotations that can stun. So you could potentially just stun lock him. And we've got the Dokkan attack here for Goku anyway, so this should be GG for Great Ape Vegeta. So there you go. Great. That was the third phase, probably then, I guess, the toughest, in the sense that, not that to say that it's super tough, but obviously he's super attacked in slot 1 every single time with a super that does like 1.4 mil. He also seals, so if he's super attacking in slot 1, he's sealing your character that's attacking in slot 1. And then, yeah, once you get to the third phase, whilst he can hit relatively hard with the super, it's also got 0 cooldown. And so does the Vegeta, which I guess is why he supers in slot 1 so often. But yeah, once you get to the final phase, you can just stun Vegeta, or Great Ape Vegeta. So obviously some other heroes options we could bring I guess you'd have to kind of be careful with him near the beginning to get him to build up, but like the physical Xeno Goku, obviously he would be providing support to the Universe Tree Goku for Goku family and Pan, and then obviously he can stun. There you go, Fu can stun, so even if Fu doesn't finish him off here, which I think he probably will, he's stunned for the next turn. So okay, he didn't. There's me believing in Fu. I thought he was going to lock in and get like the full supers turn, but it doesn't matter because we got the stun. So this man just stun locked. Let me give my goat Mechikabura the W here. So let's do that. Those for you, and then there you go. So Great Ape Vegeta stun locked, and then in comes Mechikabura 15 mil. I mean, yeah, whatever the damage cap is for this guy, if you know specifically what it is, if someone else has found it out or posted it or whatever, let me know down below in the comments. But it obviously can't be that high if God Trunks is doing like 300k damage additional normals that were actually doing damage. So there you go. That is the Goku Story Saiyan Saga stage beaten with the Heroes team. We'll move on to the next stage. What I'll do for putting out the videos today is I'll just do the mission one for stage 3, which I believe is tournament participants, and then I'll just do the Heroes versus stage 3 as a separate video. Potentially we'll just get that done like on a stream or something. But yeah, there we go. Got a bunch of missions done because I've pretty much only just logged into the game for the day. So clear stage 1 of Ultimate Red Zone Goku Edition. We get the tickets for the banner, we get the 5 stones, and then there you go. That is stage 1 done. So yeah, let me know how you guys got on. What team did you use? Did you steamroll it with a crazy powerful team? Did you use a fun gimmick team? Whatever it was, whether you used items or not, any of that stuff, just let me know down below in the comment section. But yeah, the Heroes agenda will continue to thrive. I will continue fighting on this hill until the team gets completely, fully power crept into not actually being able to do these events. But, you know, we'll get ready for stage 2. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.